Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I would like to show you how I decorate the pages of my Tonic Studios Life's Journey Keepsake album. I was asked to make a video explaining how to use the pockets, the little, they called memory book pocket sliders, pocket slider die sets. I was asked specifically how to make the this one, the rose pocket slider, but there's also two others which work exactly in the same way. These are these two there. The one called Peekaboo memory book pocket slider, and there's my first memory book pocket slider set. So because I was asked to specifically show how to use this one, I will show you how I did that. But also there's also other two which are literally identical, very easy to use, very simple to put together. So I will show you how to do this. And also I have just another little pocket we will make together, super simple, super easy. And I'm using, to decorate the album, I'm using this paper pad here. I know it's very difficult to get at this point of time, but perhaps it will, someday they will have some more in the future. It is from the Peony collection from the Nature's Garden by Crafter's Companion, and it's a really lovely paper pad. So that's the one I'm using to decorate the pages. And I also have some peonies I made recently using Heartful Creation stamps and dies. I made those peonies and I thought they would be really pretty to go with this album, especially these pear ones. They will match the cover very nicely, so I thought I'd use these. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. What I did to prepare, I just cut my mats and layers using the Life's Journey Keepsake Base Creator die set. And basically all I did, I just took the second die, which is the first die to make mats and layers, and I used that one to cut all the mats, and that's all I did basically to prepare. So we will take some glue and we will start assembling our pages. I have this one here first. Like I said before in my previous video, I only use dries clear glue because it's really nice and it always flows very well and never clogs up. Never had any problems with it. I've seen people struggle a lot with other glues, especially the tacky glues, because they can get quite funny. But this one never caused me any trouble, so I always choose to use that in all of my projects, and it's quite it's quite a good one. My personal preference. Now what I also did, I distressed the edges of my paper, but that is totally personal. You don't have to do that if you don't wish to. I do like to do that. I do like to distress my my papers just a little bit with some distress inks. It's not something that needs to be done. There we go. So that's the front page. And that will later on be decorated with flowers and other dies. Front page done, and now we can move on to the first page. So what I did for this one here is I show you exactly how it's done. I took this little die here from that set. I took this little die here, and what I did, basically this die will cut you an opening in your card like this. So I took this die, ran it through my die cutting machine twice, once here and once here. That's all I did. Cut it in, and these two will give me little pockets that my tags will go in. So basically when you're gluing this one down, all you need to do, you need to put the glue all around, but not directly underneath the pocket, because you want an opening obviously for your tags to slide in. So be very careful not to put glue around this area. So what I do, I put some glue here, up until about here, and also just a little bit here to keep the pages together. And then of course you can put glue all above the tag, all around there and there, basically leaving space for your tags. I do use a lot of glue. I do not like when my pages come unstuck, or if my pages start sort of coming off. I don't like the edges coming off the sides. I like them all nice and down flat. That's why I use a lot of glue with in my journals, in my memory books, and on my mini albums. But again, that's just part of the way I make my things and make my projects. There we are. So that is glued down now, ready for the sliders. Now, what I did for this, I'll show you exactly what I did. I'll move this out of my side so you can see clearly. I used, from the die set, I used the outside dies, and that's what you would do making your tags. I used the outside dies, these two. I used them together. I basically put them through my die cutting machine together twice. And I cut these from the cardstock, from the craft cardstock. So basically what you're doing, you're taking these two dies, cutting them out together. You have to snip a little bit here because there will be a little joint here. You cut them out like that, together, and you will get these tags. I did that twice, just to speed things up for you, so you don't have to see me die cutting on camera, which would make my video enormously long. And then what I did next, I took the next die down, the one with the little little dots around the edges, and I cut myself 2 marks because I would like this tag to be, I would like the person who receives this book to be able to put some notes here and make a little notes on this. So that's why I only put white cardstock, plain white cardstock. I did not use the last die in the set, which will give you sort of like a nice little swirly effect on top, but you're most welcome to do that. Cut it out of button paper or anything you like, but all I did, I used the outside dies, then the one next to it for my mat, and as a little embellishment I cut this tiny little piece here twice as well. So that is really, really simple. And now we're going to do now, we're just going to put these together, glue them together, and they will make our tags. Like I said, these dies are super easy to use. Tonic dies are normally very easy to use, and a lot of joy to assemble. I've never had any problems with any of mine. There's the other one. There we are. We'll make the second tag, just like so. And these little guys, I'm not really good with fiddly little dies, but these are very pretty, so I just made an exception for them. There we go, that one over there, and this little one, obviously following the pattern. There we go, got it there, all done. And now both the tags are ready, assembled, and hopefully should be able to slide them inside there. Of course it will be easy if I just waited for my glue to dry first, but I wanted to show you how they work. So they slide right in there. One goes in here and one will go in here. You could possibly double up the pattern paper and stick it together for the pockets, but I didn't do that as it would make the front a bit bulky, so I left it like that. There you go. So you have 2 sliders, the rose sliders, beautiful. And yeah, we can carry on assembling the rest. All I did, this out mashi is going to be very simple because it's for a lady who does my nails, and she's very lovely. She wanted a little book for her swatches, So I'm basically keeping it super simple. There will be no flips and flaps and fancy pockets, because I want her to be able to use it and to display it. Display all the swatches in there. There we go. So we have a nice big plain page. I love this paper, so pretty. I wish I had another one of the paper pads. There we are. So that's the first page. That's the front cover and the first page. Now I'll leave these blank for now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. I'm also going to assemble make a little pocket for the back. So basically, again, I'm going to start by gluing the back cover. I chose to use a plain pattern because obviously the other element will be very decorative and complicated. So I varied the patterns. Let's put the glue on the edge. There we are. Right there. Make sure it's straight. There we go. And now all I did for this one, I cut another piece of basically I cut another mat, the whole thing, and then I cut it in half with my trimmer and added a little strip of craft card to the top, just to make the pocket a bit sturdier, because obviously when you slide things in and out, you would damage the paper if it's just one layer. But what I did, that's all I did. I cut it in half. One of these, it's exactly like this one. I cut it in half and added a strip of paper. And all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to run my glue around the edges only, because we want this as a nice big open pocket. And we are going to glue it right along the edge of the other paper. I could possibly, just looking at it now, I could have not cut the entire mat, save my paper, and only cut just a little bit more than a half, because obviously the other part of it will be hidden underneath. But hey, there's a little mistake I made. Never mind. It's personal preference again. If you want the paper many or not. So that's a pocket now. We have a little pocket on this side, which you could slide things in. I could possibly make more of the rose tags, but that will be something I'll do later. And then we will attach the paper on the other side just to finish this. I used coordinating. It's the same pattern as any other page, which can make it nice and matching. There we go. There we are. Make sure if you have a paper pad with a paper that is, you have a paper pad with that is sort of oriented one way, to make sure that when you cut it out, you don't cut it out upside down. So like here, when there's a writing on the paper, I made sure I have it right side up, otherwise it just would look a little bit odd. You don't have to worry if it's just a plain paper or if it's a repeated pattern, but when it's oriented a certain way, you need to make sure that you have it sort of, when you cut the papers, you do like a mirror image of them. So that's that. There's a pocket for the back now, and we have a page here, and we also decorated the first page and made some tags. I will later on also make some tags for this little pocket here to finish it off. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I made my first video about the base, what I did afterwards, all I did, very simply, I cut that die, the biggest die, right there. I cut this piece out of cardstock, out of the craft cardstock, and doubled up my pages. So basically my cover and all of the pages are doubled up now. So you can see they have one side here and one side there. So this was the original page, and there's a second piece glued together, glued on top of it like that, to make them nice and sturdy. I didn't leave any openings for mats because there's no need in this. There's no need for that in this book. But that's basically what I did. Just doubled all of my pages up so they're lovely and sturdy and will not fall apart. So that's that. That's everything for today. That's a tutorial complete. If you'd like me to show you how I decorate the remaining pages, or if you prefer me to show you the finished album, please let me know in the comments, and I will come back to you soon with another project. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and please give me a like and subscribe if you can. I really appreciate every single one of my subscribers. You guys are great. Thank you so much for everything, and see you again soon. Thank you.